We filmed this earlier in the year, but I've only just got around to finishing off the edit, so apologies for that. It's late July if I remember rightly, and another in the races in the Medway Yacht Club SQUIB Summer Series. It was a tricky start to the race, because we had more wind than expected because the sea breeze had filled in from the east, but the tide was coming in, and it was a surprisingly strong tide as well, so knowing what to do wasn't so easy. The thing with any keel boat, and not quite so much with squibs but certainly to some extent, is that you don't want to just tack all the time because they take so long to accelerate. However, they're not quick boats either, so the tide can have a big effect on their VMG. So what to do? Do you stay in the tide, take the hit but build speed, or do you stay in the shallows, less tide but have to tack a lot and take the hit that way? We chose to stay in the shallows, and to be honest, I don't think at the end of the day it really made much difference. But today we just didn't have any boat speed, so the fact that we came out third out of the three of us that made a break really says more about us than it does about the tactics. That of course, and the fact that we're still really getting used to the boat and haven't really got the hang of tacking. We kind of don't do things wrong on the tack now, but there's still a long way to go before it's a good tack. The race though wouldn't take us that far downriver, just down to buoy 24, although there was a bit of up and down in the middle of the river halfway. But it was a long enough course, and with the wind from the east, as it was really a true beat with a fairly true run and a bit of reaching and fetching in between. Pretty good course for the day really, all things considered.
Hello, so we're in the middle of a SQUIB race yet again. Currently third, but we haven't scrubbed and these two are both
Don't need to make excuses, they're just sail veterans. We tried to stay out the tide and it didn't really work because we lost more ground with all the tacks than we did by saving on the tide. So.
Yeah. Anyway, we're trying to catch up. first place. And then Avocet.
Yeah, Avocet second.
Then us.
Especially recovering from COVID. And, not lost any of their speed.
No, they don't even hike. They're just super boat whisperers that make it go fast.
Right, better concentrate, the sandwiches coming at us.
Okay. Yeah.
We made the normal meal of getting the spinnaker up, but fortunately so did everyone else. So it's not all bad.
So here we're approaching buoy 29. We did one thing right and one thing wrong. We'll do the wrong one first because it's fairly obvious. We dropped the spinnaker way too early. The tide was coming in, so we expected A, to make a mess of getting the spinnaker down, like everything with a spinnaker for us, it normally takes ages, and B, the tide was coming in, sweeping us towards it. But as it happens, our spinnaker work has actually been getting better recently. Since we moved the halyard to the back and let Hannah get on with the spinnaker, things have been getting a lot better. So anyway, enough about the bad things, here's the good thing. As you'll see, the two boats in front of us decided to tack straight at the mark and head upriver. They would have been going pretty much towards the next mark, so there's some sense in that, except, as I keep saying, the tide's coming in. So we decided to just round up, sail into the shallow water and then tack, and it worked really well for us. We easily halved the gap, and that put us in a position where we could at least attack the boat that was in second.
Well, we've managed to get into second, but it might be short-lived. Aberset's pointed a bit higher than us. We're all pushing across the tide at the moment, so it's not easy. It's the beat up to 24, then it's a long run all the way back home. Sandy Cheeks is still in the lead though. They've just got better boat speed than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Don't know how much of that is him and how much is the boat, or I say him, the crew. But yeah, it's a good race. It's a good race.
Yeah.
Much more we're expecting. It's because of all this lovely warm weather we're getting in Britain. We get a dependable sea breeze for a change, so it's good.
As proof of the fact that our spinnaker work getting a bit better, this is the second hoist of the day. We had a reach across the river from buoy 26 to buoy 25, which I've speeded up because not a lot happened, and then we just bore away and pulled the spinnaker up. Obviously it didn't go smoothly because it never does. The sheet got tangled around the jib and Hannah had to dive forward and get it. But we're getting so used to all the things that go wrong now, she quickly realised what it was, she pulled it up while I was retrimming the spinnaker and we were off. Trust me, it doesn't normally happen like that.
I got to throw my head right back, and that hurts even more now.
So Aberset is sailing inside us. I'm staying out here a bit more for tide, but really isn't going to make much difference. They're very good downwind, these two. We've only raced them, I think, once before, really, and they beat us downwind that time then. Sandy Cheeks has disappeared in the distance. Not that far that we can't see them, but far enough that we're not really going to catch them. So our race now is for second. It's going good. Lovely sunny day. The river's a bit crowded. The rest of the club are doing windward leeward racing, but the squibs don't like doing anything as fussy as that, so we just do our normal round the can sort of racing, which means there's lots of dragons and sonatas and wayfarers all going backwards and forwards on this part of the river we're coming up to. So, but it's good other than that. it's neck and neck between us and Avocet. Although they are just getting away from us now.
But they have a clean bottom.
Yeah, we're paying the price for not in scrub. Don't like to make excuses, but I think on this occasion, the thing with squibs is they're so tightly matched that you only need a tiny difference for things to make a difference. Sandy Cheeks is miles ahead.
Oh well,
Of course,
it's also hard trying to film.
yes, filming it and sailing at the same time is not easy, of course, but
we're back on the moorings. We were third that time. We really need to scrub our bum. But no, fantastic sail. The wind was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Because it's so hot inland, I thought there'd be no wind. And yeah, brilliant racing. So that's all good, isn't it? Happy sailing!